Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. Before we jump into a new week, we're going to take a few minutes to get organized, reflect, and set ourselves up for success. This weekly planner is going to help you stay on track, manage your time, and hopefully reduce your stress. So let's go through this together. If you're new to this curriculum, this is our Unit 0, it's our baseline package. So this weekly plan is meant to be reused once a week. It's in the title. Or you can reuse it every quarter at the end of every unit. But the idea is that you're going to analyze where you are academically and then kind of develop a short plan to put in action over the next week. So, to kick things off, we are going to have a little class discussion. So, the topic here, or the question here is, think of a week when everything felt under control. What specific actions helped you stay on track that week? So, if you're in class together, go ahead, pause the video, and talk about that now. All right, I hope your discussion went great. We always want to define what we're talking about in each lesson. So for this lesson, it's going to be weekly planning, which is the deliberate process of reviewing your current situation, identifying your upcoming commitments. So where are you now, and then what's coming up, what hurdles, obstacles, or items you have to accomplish in the next week. We always want to back up what we're saying with a little bit of evidence. So planning, there is research that says planning helps you stay focused. A study found people who made weekly plans finished more of their tasks, felt less stress, which is really important in our class, and stay more focused. So your handout should look like this, or at least the top portion of it. And so obviously you're going to put your name on it. And then whatever platform that you access your grades through, you're going to open that. Obviously that can vary depending on the school or your teacher, etc. But what you're going to do is you're going to look it up and you're going to write in the percentages of your grades. So in this example, this person has ELA, they have an A, but I also wrote the percentage, 92%. So you're going to fill that in for each class, and then you're going to put a equal sign, a plus or a minus. An equal sign means this grade has not changed since last week. A plus sign means this grade, this 94%, is improved, they got better. And a minus sign means this grade got worse. So if this grade was an 82.7 and now it's just an 82, that got worse. So even if you're using decimal points in your grading, it just didn't get worse at all, right? Equal, it stayed the same, plus it got better. So go ahead, pause the video right now, look up your grades, and fill out this portion. Oh, last thing, sorry. I put two electives at the bottom. Obviously, these can vary. You might have no electives. You might have 3 electives. I don't know. I put Spanish and band. Feel free to scratch those out. Write in whatever electives that you do have. All right. And then once you have them all written in, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to highlight based on the grade. So an A or a B is going to be highlighted in green. A C is going to be highlighted in yellow. And then a D or an F is going to be highlighted in some sort of bold color. I put red, but it really could be anything that kind of draws the attention of the eye. So go ahead and do that. And then the next part is going to be filling in these 2 columns. So the first column is missing assignments. The second column is upcoming work. Now, if there's no missing assignments, I want you to actually write in none or nothing, right? I don't want you to leave this box blank, none or nothing. Any project, paper, quiz that's coming up in the next week, I want you to write it in. If you know the specific day, so if you scroll down here, I put mile run on Thursday, I want you to write that in that box. So again, if there's nothing, then put none. If there is something, then do it. And the question that comes up a lot is, what if I turned in this Rome study guide and my teacher hasn't graded it yet? If it's showing up in the system as ungraded or missing, write it in, right? That's a discussion we're going to have later. But for right now, if it shows as missing, write it in. Okay, go ahead, pause the video and do that now. All right, now the next part is going to be reflecting on the week. So what went well? What challenges did you face? And then did you stick to your routine? So these are kind of like commitments you made to yourself. The what went well, again, what about the week? Managed, organized, what did you accomplish? Challenges, are obstacles, things that prevented you or got in the way of you achieving those goals. And then stick to your routines. This person, just an example, they wanted to get up in the morning, but they kept sleeping in, right? So that was the routine they had committed to, but they were not able to stay committed to it. So go ahead, pause the video now and fill that section out. All right, next one. State of mind is more intrinsic, it's more internal. I know there's more than 5 emotions. I just picked ones that I thought were generic, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to select kind of how you're feeling today. Some people do this over the week, but that's kind of hard, right? So I just picked today. So feeling okay, feeling all right. And then why did you choose this symbol? Just kind of explain. And then what could improve your answer or help you maintain it? So if you picked happy, positive, it'd be how can you stay there, right? If you picked anything below it, it'd be like how can you improve? So go ahead, pause the video and fill that out now. All right, always want to give you a little evidence. Better planning, better results. Research from 150 studies, so collectively showed that when people plan, which is what we're doing right now, they do better in school, feel happier, and don't get overwhelmed as easily. So it's really important that we feel empowered to tackle the tasks that we have for the week. Next part is planning for the upcoming week. So what are your top 3 priorities? If you could only get 3 things done, what would they be? How are you going to manage your homework and deadlines? So how do you plan to stay on track with those things? And then I put digital tools, but you could be using anything. Some schools give out planners. You can use those. Some people have it. Their teacher gives them a checklist. Some people have like a handout that each class gets. It's up to you. But how are you going to track and stay organized with what's due and what you have to take care of? Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. All right, and the last part of this is goal setting, kind of looking forward. So goal setting, first thing is how you're going to improve your organization or time management, something specific you can work on. Second one is what step will you take to achieve this goal? So break it down into an actionable step. What's something you can do? So this person said they're going to do their homework right after school, right? And then this is kind of up to your teacher, reflection and adjustment. This could be coming back after the week is over and what could you do differently? Like how can you adjust? Or you can do it right now, thinking a little further ahead. What could you do differently next week to be more organized? So there's 2 ways to process this one. It's kind of up to your teacher. The example I give is a different way to specifically be organized. And so I have the color-coded folders, easier to find notes and assignments, things like that. So go ahead, pause the video, and finish this section. All right, guys, that's it. Hopefully going through this process has kind of set you up for the week to be successful and achieve some things. There's a link on the screen that is going to give you access to a Kahoot review game, just covering some of the topics we talked about today. It's meant to just be fun. Ask your teacher if they want to do it. Have a little fun in class. But if not, you can do it on your own. And I hope this works. I hope you guys have great success. I hope you're able to process things and have a plan in front of you. And I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.